Hey, what's up, guys? I just finished watching UFC Live 5, Hardy vs. Lytle, and some pretty good fights. Really good card. A lot of unexpected things, I thought. Uh, thanks to Chris Lytle for always putting on entertaining fights. For those who don't know, he's retiring. This was his last fight. You see all these veterans are retiring lately, like Couture, Liddell. Rampage said he's probably only got a couple more. Anderson's got a couple more. Nogueira might be going. Crow Cop's on his last fight. Appreciate the great fights they had. All right, I'm gonna start off with the Joseph Benavidez versus Eddie Wineland fight. Went basically like how I thought it was gonna go. Joseph outstruck him. I don't think he really got any takedowns. Maybe one during the fight. Eddie Wineland started bleeding pretty badly from his nose in the first round. Seemed to distract him a lot. 30-27. All three judges gave it to Benavidez. Mir Sadala, Dwayne Ludwig. Dwayne Ludwig proved me wrong. I said Amir was going to win this by second round TKO. It was the opposite of that. Dwayne pretty much dominated him. All three judges gave it 29-28. He got the unanimous decision. Amir's just, I don't think he's going to go very far in the UFC. He's going to win a fight every once in a while, but I think he's going to get cut eventually. Next fight was such a huge surprise to me. Donald Cerrone, Charles Oliveira, two awesome fighters. This kind of proves my point why Oliveira should be going down to 145. Donald Cerrone was just too big. Donald Cerrone TKO'd him at 3:01 into the first round, getting himself his first ever knockout win. Great job to Donald Cerrone. Charles Oliveira, he'll be back. He's always improving. Great fighter. Next fight surprised me even more than that one. Jim Miller, Ben Henderson. Ben Henderson basically went out and dominated Jim Miller. I felt kind of bad for Jim Miller, winning 7 fights in a row, waiting for his title shot. Ben Henderson wins one fight, goes to fight Jim Miller, dominates him, basically takes away, 2 or 3 years worth of fighting for the title shot. And now he's back at square one. Good job to Ben. He took it to the ground, avoided Jim's submissions. Jim got close with a couple of them, but, Ben's impossible to submit. Ben basically just grounded, pounded him, cut Miller up, It was a good fight. If possibility for fight of the night. And now getting to the last fight I want to talk about is Dan Hardy versus Chris Lytle. This got fight of the night. Awesome fight. Absolute war. Hardy was taking shots. Lytle was taking shots. They were just going back and forth. First round went to Chris Lytle, definitely. Second round, I thought, went to Dan Hardy. But all the judges seemed to give Lytle both rounds. Third round, Dan Hardy just started to put the pressure on Chris Lytle, picked his pace up, started going after him. But with a minute left, he shot for a takedown, which was a stupid move because Chris Lytle immediately pulled him into a guillotine, rolled him over into the mount, and tapped Dan Hardy out with 40 seconds, 30 seconds left in the fight. The good news is, well, at least good news for me, some people hate Dan Hardy. Dan Hardy is not getting cut because said by Lorenzo Fertitta. And Chris Lytle retiring with a win. And, just good job to both of them. Hopefully Hardy will be able to get back on the right track, and hopefully Chris Lytle enjoys the rest of his life. Fight of the night, Dan Hardy, Chris Lytle. Knockout of the night, Donald Cerrone. Chris Lytle also got submission of the night. I did really bad on this card. I went 7-5, got 7 right, 5 wrong. A lot of unexpected things, but we'll see at UFC 134 how I do. All right, thank you for listening, and if you have any tips or things you want me to change, just tell me. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thank you.